Award recipients, family and friends, please be upstanding if you can for the arrival of Her Excellency, the Honourable Linda Dessau, Governor of Victoria, and Mr Anthony Howard.
Please be seated. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting. I pay my respects to their elders, past and present, and the Aboriginal elders of other communities who may be here today. Your Excellency, I invite you to present the honours and awards in the Order of Australia. To be members in the General Division, Ms Jeanette Lillian Gunn, for significant service to water polo at the elite level. Dr Jane Lavinia Halliday, for significant service to medicine and to reproductive epidemiology. Ms Susan Ida Harris, for significant service to the community through philanthropic endeavours. Mrs Jill Margaret Healy, for significant service to education through leadership and advisory roles. Professor Rosemary Sylvia Horn, for significant service to paediatric medicine and to infant mortality prevention. Mr. Rob Justin Hulls, for significant service to the people and Parliament of Victoria and to the law. Mr. Charles Justin, for significant service to the museum sector, to arts administration and to architecture. Mr. Nonda Katsoulidis, for significant service to architecture and to sustainable construction innovations. Mr. David Sillager Kelly, for significant service to the law, to legal reform and to tertiary education. Professor Helena Teed, for significant service to medical education and research, to endocrinology and to women's health. Mr. Anthony Charles Thomas, for significant service to education, particularly to children with special needs. Associate Professor Edwina Jane Wright, for significant service to medicine and research, notably for people living with HIV/AIDS. To receive the Medal of the Order of Australia in the General Division, Ms Elizabeth Ann Gosper, for service to people with disability through sport. Associate Professor Peter Tracy Grant, for service to gynecological oncology. Mr. Andrew Frank Guy, for service to the community through a range of organisations. Mr. Russell Martin Haynes, for service to community history. Mrs Lynn Killeen, for service to the Indigenous community and to women. Mr Cornelis Gerardus Klepp, for service to youth through Scouts. Dr Igor Konstantinov, for service to medicine as a cardiothoracic surgeon. Mr Charles Henry Martin, for service to community history. Dr Anthony Linton Markson, for service to engineering. Mr Ross Mackenzie for service to cricket and to the community of Rye. Ms Josephine Millard for service to rowing. Ms Megan O'Connell for service to secondary education. Mr Arthur Papadimitriou for service to the gallery sector. The Honourable Rosemary Varty for service to the community and to lawn bowls. Would you please join the Governor and Mr Howard in once again congratulating all of today's recipients. Your Excellency, I invite you to address us.
Well, distinguished guests, I want to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we're gathering, and I want to pay my respects to elders past and present, and to elders of other communities who are with us today. Tony and I are delighted to welcome each one of you to Government House, Victoria. I've never meant anything as sincerely as I mean those words that people often say at the beginning of a speech, but we have yearned to be able to gather in person again, and it's been our absolute priority to acknowledge the work of some of our finest Victorians with the investiture of these Australian honours. As a group, you, our honours recipients, represent different parts of our state, different sectors and different disciplines and backgrounds. Many of you, I know, were born into this lucky country, and you've contributed your ingenuity and your hard work to ensure that its many bounties are extended to more of your fellow Australians, and often further afield as well. Some of you came to Australia having given up very much in the hope of new opportunities for yourselves and your families. Or like me, your parent or parents made that long voyage. And by your special efforts, you've enriched your family's adopted country. Well, the past 18 months or so have been trying. No one really needs me to point that out, I know. And there have been moments that have tested us as a state and also as individuals. However, as I look at you today and I reflect on the citations that we've been fortunate enough to hear today, I do feel optimistic. I know that the success of our nation and of our state lies in its people. Indeed, that recognition is really as old as democracy itself. It was Plato who imagined individual citizens as being like the brains, the limbs and the organs of the state, contributing to its life overall. And each one of you, in your different ways, has shown the power of the individual to contribute to the life of our state and to make our community better and to make our community stronger. So today gives us the chance to recognise you, to show our gratitude and to say a really heartfelt thank you to you. And it's incredibly important that we do that. You inspire us and you will inspire others. Now, for these important reasons, I'm going to ask several things of you today. The first is, I ask that you please do wear your award pins, not just today, but after today as well. Wear them often, wear them proudly, and be assured it's not an act of boastfulness in any way at all. To the contrary, it will help to start conversations. Importantly, it will inspire others to emulate you, and it will also encourage them to nominate other worthy people. I feel strongly that our award system is absolutely at its best when it's able to recognise the full diversity of our state and of our nation, and we depend on a breadth of nominations to achieve that. Now, my second request of you is this. Although I've no doubt that you will have had much support around you and around the work for which you're being recognised, and many of your very best supporters will be here with you today, I ask you to accept that today is all about you. I urge you not to feel shy or embarrassed about that. I wish that the weather were being kinder to us so that we could spend time mingling in accordance with the current rules and regulations. And as that can't happen, I'm asking that you maintain this feeling of pride while you're with us here at Government House today and wherever you head after this. So please reflect proudly on the recognition for all that you've done for Australia and how, in the words of Victoria's state motto, you've contributed to our peace and our prosperity. And we hope that you've all had a lovely afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Would you please stand and join heartily in the singing of the first verse of the National Anthem?
all